Alright guys, welcome back. Kingsman, are you ready for another Napoleon Total War 3 battle? Today, I have another 4v4, and this one is on a map that honestly, I don't think I've seen before. And as soon as I got in, I began to just cheese over the map. Look at this urban looking place. I mean, there's just so many villages everywhere connected by towns. There's trees lining. It looks beautiful. And it is about to be stained with a ton of blood. So today we have the HRE, we have Piedmont, and the UK, my favorite, of course, and Spain. And they are taking on three French armies and Poland. So this is going to be a very awesome battle. I saw a lot of people talking about it on the Discord. So I'm excited. I'm very excited to share this one with you guys. Obviously, we're not going to see a lot. Now, if you look at the LSCs, this kind of converges right in this area. This reminds me of another map, actually. Maybe it isn't. Maybe this is a reworked map that I've seen before. No, I have seen this map before. Okay, so it just looks different. I think they actually fixed the water. Before, it was just like stained coloring blue, although the ship floating in midair is not something I've seen before. But anyway, I'm gonna try not to cough too much and all that. Corona has kind of made my I've not fully recovered, I should say, just a little coughing here and there, but I'm gonna try to not be unpleasant in your ears. So HRE moving across the other hussars. They're Ulana. Whenever I see Ulana, that always means Lancers to me. So good trick to remember that. They have their cuirassiers. Now, the thing about the HRE guys, for those who don't know, they are really good in a standing line battle. That is their specialty. But if you're looking here, although they have a lot of people that can form square, usually they do terrible against cavalry. That's just not their thing. If you throw a bunch of cav at HRE, they are going to crumble and break. Now, we have Piedmont scouting along here. They are using a lot of their lighter cavalry just to kind of make sure that Poland isn't pushing this way, France isn't trying to outflank this position. It's a very strong position that HRE are obviously pushing for. They want to take this. Whoever controls the central area actually really controls the battle, because these rivers and these buildings, and the trees even. If you take this little center area, you can set up artillery right here, howitzers, you can set up a firing line right here as well. I think France is getting kind of close. You have Soult, who is probably has forces around here, which is why the HR need to be scouting. They need to be figuring out. They also have some cavalry way over here, but boom, there are some chasseurs cheval coming out of the fog of war, and they're probably like, well, what's going to happen today, I wonder? There's 17 of us. We all want to go home. I love how they have rifles on their saddles, but they never can use them. So they're scouting. Thankfully, there's a river that's going to kind of break if they want to charge artillery, which actually looks like HRE is like, uh-oh. They're moving some infantry to maybe guard their artillery, their howitzers. But, oh, boy. Here we go. Some dragoons and some cuirassiers. HRE's cav probably should stay away from this. This is a problem. I mean, the French cav is a problem. Now, looks like we got some Polish cav running. Okay, they're just walking, and they have the road, so it's going to go even faster. So, these are Polish Lancers with the funny-looking hats. They're already pushing over. It looks like Piedmont is taking an LOC, and let's see where they are going to go. Looks like they're all going to fixate on this center area, and actually Piedmont may be trying to guard this flank. We have Spain amassing all their cav on the left side over here, as we have Sultan. Luis is going to be maybe pushing on this side. We have Spain in the UK just marching. They're going to have the basically reserve line, and the UK could probably act as a really good reserve. They have some hard-hitting troops. They don't have very good range, so if they sit back and kind of just be a reserve, plug in some holes, they probably could do a lot more damage than trying to be the first ones in. Now, it looks like get my factions mixed up already. It looks like France is going to be pushing up. They're 16E, they're 100E. They're going to push it up, probably taking this house before the HRE get there. Yeah, the HRE are not going to make it there in time, guys. It looks like France is going to take this house, and probably take this house. Over here, my goodness, Poland is pushing up. Oh, man, this is that juicy 121 Lancers. It looks like we got some Polish Lancers who are probably going to get surrounded. No, they're not. They're stuck in the trees. But Piedmont is kind of toying with them. At this point, he has the numbers and probably a little better quality of cavalry. So they have the Dragoons. I think these are their heavies. Oh my goodness, Poland is showing up. Oh, here we go. HRE are going to start getting pushed back. We have some Chasseurs Cheval who are maybe a little faster than them. Oh, the same. So they're bullying them. They're pushing them back. They want to take this field. This is their field. Sardinia, I believe it's Sardinia. They are, oh my goodness. You just see all of Poland showing up. All of the horse showing up. And Sardinia is going to start pushing back, letting their infantry maybe try to do a little support. They don't want to take on Poland. That's a whole faction of Cav. We got some, HRE now, who look like they're going to encircle some Chasseurs Cheval, these poor 17 Cav unit. Well, now they're 14, and they just got totally surrounded, and they're going to get crushed, unfortunately. And France has no other Cav around. Spain is here with their cavalry. HRE are here, and they're establishing... Oh, we got some Marines Guard. Probably setting up spikes here. And then they're going to shoot. Yeah. Try they couldn't have charged before they set up the spikes. But, you know. So HRE is starting to set up. They're going to go across this river over here because they don't want to... Oh, no. I'm sure no one wanted to see that.
This building has fallen to the
We're
enemy.
just going to pretend like that didn't happen. But anyway, Sardinia is going to have to hold against Poland. That is not a job I would want. I don't want to fight a bunch of Cav. Unless I'm the UK. So, but as it is, it looks like France is setting up in a kind of defensive line. I don't know where their allies are. I'm assuming that... where's the other French faction? Are they over here? Victor is pushing on this side. Interesting. So, I hear my neighbors, their dirt bikes or whatever are up. They're up early, my goodness. But I'm getting distracted. So this French player over here, Luis, we don't know where they're going to be pushing. And so that's probably why, they're not even going to mess with it. They'll deal with it as it comes. HRE getting off some volleys already. Who are they shooting at? What kind of range do these guys have? Who are they shooting? Okay, I am confused as to who they're shooting at. These guys... I don't know. I really don't know what they're shooting at. Anyway, let's start with line of battle. Sardinia maybe is going to try to get across this river. So they're safe from Poland, who is just kind of massing. In fact, it looks like Sardinia is going to be kind of forming up to face off against Poland. All by themselves. Poland does have some cav in the center area. This does not look very strong, although it's a lot of rivers and trees that they would have to push across in order to take on the HRE. So I would feel a lot more confident with that. I like we got some skirmishers. They were resting easy, guys. This is 2 rivers they would have to cross or go through trees in a river over here in order to bayonet charge these guys. So that's an excellent position for the HRE to be sitting in. I hear cav. Here we go. We got Spain and France clashing. France is going to definitely have the advantage here unless the UK can send in reinforcements. As you can see, okay, they did break one of the Dragoons, but they're going to lose probably 2. Yeah, okay, good. So 1 in 1, but I would say Spain has more cav, guys. Got some friendly charging here. Spain has more cav they can afford to lose versus France that probably can't afford. Their cavs are more expensive. So I would say that's definitely more of a Spanish victory. Now we do have Poland. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to cover both sides. Poland is charging in on Sardinia. They did form square, and they're going to give supporting fire against this cav battle. The beautiful thing about Lancers when you're fighting against them is they may get a damage charge in, but in prolonged melee, they do not do as well. And they're also going to be funneling around the side here. The cav using the trees is going to break a bit of this charge, and the infantry who are supporting. So that's going to be a little messy for the Polish. Now over here we have Spain, UK, HRE all massing together with their cav. I would be very worried if I was France, because I don't want to face that much cav. Whether or not yours is good quality. We have our artillery duel, I would say. Got some howitzers in next position, and we got this artillery piece from the HRE, which I'm not sure what they're going for. Okay, they're going for the 16E. We also have artillery, horse artillery setting up over here, starting to really put the hurt in on this HRE. So they're falling back, it looks like a little bit. They're also funneling some cav over here, maybe going to start pushing. I think they may try going for these guns. But here we go, guys. France has pushed their infantry all the way over here, and that is wise. Backing up a cav, it's like, I remember the Battle of Waterloo, you know, when they sent all his cav in by themselves with no infantry support. And then Napoleon was like, what is he doing? He knows he must send an infantry support. That's me quoting someone, by the way. But here we go, HRE pushing across the river. Their cuirassiers and some lancers. They are going to get kind of aggressive maybe here. Oh yeah, they're pushing across with some hussars as well. This could be, oh, that could be not good. But here they go. It looks like HRE are going to commit, and France is like, you know what, we'll take you. Bring it on. And these lancers, I don't think they know where they want to go, but they're going to be bait. And instead, they're going to get flanked. The Chasseurs Cheval are going to get flanked.
All men are running, sir.
Oh boy, this is going to go badly unless HRE can throw in more cavalry, which they are doing. And Piedmont is also, Sardinia is throwing in more cav. Both sides are going to keep funneling. We have a general as well to inspire the men. As these cuirassiers are in this fight, they're going to commit. They have a general probably rallying them. And this cav engagement, it looks like actually the HRE are pushing back the French alliance possibly. And maybe, okay, so, oh, they're going for a general.
All hope is lost, sir. This battle is almost
I think
done.
France is going to try to go for a general, but Piedmont is going to defend their HRE general here. And, oh, can they go for the guns? I don't think so. This is looking very, very... Okay, it's not looking so good anymore, guys. But here come the Dragoon Guards, the Royal Blues. They are going to help, maybe hopefully tip the scales back in favor for the coalition. And it's just back and forth. This cav play is just... The general is still sitting here. I would get him out of here. Things aren't looking super promising. We got now the guards for the UK rushing in. Oh, man. Well, you guys can see for yourself that, oh, we got some Trilliers being charged by Sardinia's Lancers. That's going to hurt. And as you can see, they're going to start breaking them. Over here, looks like the coalition actually is starting to push back the French. The French did send in some cavalry against the skirmishers. Excellent, you know, seeing on the battlefield, being like, okay, that's what we need to go for. And they are starting to push back the French. Now Sardinia, over here, they've broken both of those French lights. They are now back charging these Lancers from Poland. And three factions, guys, together are pushing back the French. What a cav play. The cav play on this was crazy. And now the artillery is going to be toast. This French artillery is going to be toast. They're going to intercept the Chasseurs Cheval, and I'd say the cuirassiers are probably going to try to take out before they die from artillery over here. As you saw, guys, Piedmont did send over, take out these lights, and that was a huge victory. Now they're going to take out the guns, and France has nothing in the center here. Sardinia also making sure nobody's going to come back. And Spain can now push across and even get a flank on France. Now, looks like Spain is actually funneling a lot. Ooh, we have a counter cav charge. Oh, that's going to hurt. I think he's sacrificing that cav just to kill this cav. As you can see, it worked very well. And the artillery are protected. And oh my goodness, France has brought their heavy cav. So yeah, this artillery for Sardinia needs to, excuse me, they need to stick, they need to be in this battle, guys. They need to even the odds. The cav for this French alliance is starting to become a problem. Now over here, this is a massive victory. Now the HRE and Spain can push and flank this French force. I still haven't seen anything from France over here. HRE are kind of just playing the waiting game. It looks like the UK actually are going to be nice. I like this. So the UK are like, okay, we're going to support this side. Spain is going to come over here and support this side. They are making sure that they are not going to be doing a 2v1 or 3v2 or a 2v1, which is what I already said. So they are going to even the odds. It looks like France is actually not engaging, as this is a very strong position for Sardinia. They are actually going to start pushing over here, maybe trying to flank, separate this army, but I don't think they realize that Spain is coming. Now, Poland has shifted over more cav to kind of re-establish control of this little meadow over here that is probably littered with cav dead. Yeah, look at all the dead cavalry. It's just that's what a cav battle looks like. It's nothing but cavalry. But anyway, I think it's just an artillery duel at this point. HRE actually are like, you know what? Fine, you can have this town. We're falling back. We don't need this. No one needs this. We'll just shell you into oblivion. So actually, France is making a very strong push. Looks like more cav charge. Sardinia did send their cav in again. They do have some backup cav to defend their guns. In France and Poland do not want them to have their guns because, I mean, that's some juicy shots for artillery. Now, Spain is rushing across here. They do have some infantry. Ooh, form square. Oh, solid volleys. Oh my goodness. Solid volleys. Now, France is going to form from line of battle before Spain probably can, as they're trying to ford this river. That's going to be a disaster. They may have to sacrifice some cav just to give their men space to have a beachhead. Poland has pushed back across in this area, but oh man, here we go, guys. This is going to be a disaster for the Spanish cav. But hey, they're going against some men that can't. Oh, the impetuous. Oh, the impetuous. We go for the impetuous. If you've seen my regiment, A Life of a Regiment, you would know I love the 4E. My favorite, and I have a story following them. So maybe I'll follow them in this. I'll watch it again. But anyway. So they did use their cav to kind of prevent France from being able to really form it, but they still are going to, and that's really going to hurt Spain. Spain is going to have to take the brunt of this. Now, Sardinia is supporting this attack, and actually, this is not something you want to see as France. I know they don't want to let Spain establish their beachhead, as it were, but, I mean, they are exposing a whole line to Sardinia to be able to just shoot on the side. Here we go, guys. Poland is pushing across this river. They do have infantry that can form squares, so this is going to help. But, oh my goodness, they are charging across. They routed some infantry. They are going to get charged in the back now. France is starting to show up over here. So the UK probably are going to be like, let's hold the river. They're going to hold this river, and that's very wise, not pushing back too much. This is where the battle is really starting to take shape. As you can see, Spain is really starting to lose some troops here. They are not doing that well. That is why Spain is sticking to their guns. The impetuous doing an excellent job. Let's see. Yeah, there's 2 of them, 3 of them. They are doing an excellent job of pushing back the Spanish, and Spain may have to actually fall back, actually. As you can see, they're getting bayonet charged. And, oh my goodness, Spain is getting charged by Poland in the flank as well. This is turning into a bit of a nightmare. These Dragoon Guard, the Royals, may need to throw themselves in to stop Poland from really pushing. And actually, the HRE look like they are going to be pushing across here, trying to maybe stop the Polish from taking on Spain's flank. And look at this. Spain is pushing across once again. They are just a mass push. They're just like, you know what, screw this. We're going to push across. They can't form square, and I think Poland realizes it. They're sending in more cavalry. This is turning into a nightmare. Spain has multiple units that are getting surrounded and just chopped to pieces by Cav. Over here, it looks like, actually, yeah, the UK did help out here with Spain, and they're going to start pushing Poland back. Over here, it looks like France is like, hey, look, they're running away. Let's push on them. So artillery getting ready, hopefully, to shoot. They're going to try to push back the French. Here come the French now over here. They have realized that the Allies have fallen back, and they are going to start pushing.
Our men are running,
The
sir.
artillery for HRE gone. HRE pushing across here. Over here, like I said, guys, it is a nightmare, unfortunately. Poland is forming up right here to take on Sardinia. Sardinia is doing some solid. I'm going to do my pause, increase the sound. And actually, Sardinia with Spain is starting to push back the Polish cav. Now, we have some more French cav rushing into this fight, trying to stop Spain. Look at this. The mass of just Spanish troops that are just rushing up here. Getting so close, guys. Oh, we got a bayonet charge from France going in. Oh, this is not gonna go well. France is gonna bayonet charge, and I don't think that's gonna go very well. Now over here is starting to break. This has become a mosh pit of fighting. My goodness, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Spain's lost a lot. Uh-oh. We need a general to inspire troops here as Cav is starting to really start a mass routing Spain here. France is pushing across over here. HRE and the UK are forming up here. They set up some spices in case Cav tried rushing across, and they are going to form up to take on France. But this is where it's getting good, guys. We have Poland pushing across. So much French routing. So many French and Spanish routing. This is so ridiculous. Sardinia is rushing here. In fact, they are pushing on Poland here. Bayonet charging the lines for Poland. Oh man, Sardinia has pushed up so much now. Poland is in trouble. And now, oh my, okay. Okay, let's get our bearings here, guys. So, France has a line over here. Spain has a line over here. There's one French line infantry that is probably about to break. Over here, France, not even in the picture. They have one line infantry here. Some chasseurs-pied going up against Spain. Now, Spain does have some units right here, which are probably going to try to hold in the river. They have a lot of men routing. HRE forming up here. The UK kind of being that reserve of sorts. Uh-oh. We got some... they didn't form square in time. And they are going to be forming a line battle. Now, this is good for the HRE. They can do this. This is something they specialize in. A line battle, they can win this. Over here, Spain is looking kind of rough. Now, Sardinia is still just pushing and pushing and pushing. And Poland's probably going to start losing their infantry as Sardinia is pushing up. Now, all this Spanish infantry is getting charged now, bayonet charged. More cav from Spain going in, though. I think France has won this little engagement over on this side. And Spain is... I might get my factions mixed up. So Spain is holding this river. They have artillery right here. I hope they notice that their guns are getting charged. And over here, France is trying to just turn the flank. Sardinia has routed Poland here. And Poland's infantry, which wasn't a whole lot, is going to run. Over here, this line battle with the HRE is going to go well for the HRE, I think. UK have barely fought now. They still have another French army they are going to try fighting. But all they got to do is hold. They just got to waste this French army's time. Now, they are pushing across here.
We have
So
killed
that
their
is
general,
concerning.
Sir. Now
Oh,
they must break.
Oh, Moreau is dead. Sardinia pushed him, and Sardinia has routed Poland, which means France is basically gone. Now, so is Spain. Spain lost everything in that battle, but they did what they needed to. Sardinia can clean up for them, as there's nothing really left. Artillery gonna die to a few months cav, and at this point, it's a victory. And there's still coalition forces left to join in this battle. Now, as you can see, the HRE Gonna be pouring in volleys. France doesn't probably have a whole lot of cav left. They're replacing units. Fresh units are moving up that have barely lost any. They are watching this flank. They are forming a square. That's gonna hurt. A lot, and France is gonna run away from that engagement. There's a general just dangling himself right here like, hey, come get me. So Piedmont is going to clean up. Poland's thrown in, maybe trying to break some more Spanish cavalry, artillery shooting point blank at these Grens. This is where now the battle, so politely, guys, they fought over here first, and now they're starting to fight over here. They're just taking turns. I really appreciate that. So France is going to rush across this embankment here. HRE pouring off volleys. They have some massive units that are stretched out for excellent firepower. They don't need to put them more in a column formation because they don't have to worry about morale. They have a second line for that and a general. So, doing very well there. And like I said, Sardinia has a lot of infantry still. So even if Spain totally breaks, which it looks like they are, and Spain still has some units over here. So, not too worried. I would not be too worried right now, the coalition. I'd be like, okay, we have this. We've broken almost 2 full armies. They aren't losing against these 2 armies. And France is going to start figuring out that they maybe aren't going to do as well over here. Especially once they start getting attacked in the flank. Now, this is concerning. And this was an excellent move by France. They are pushing across because they know that the UK can't hold on both sides. Is this a... okay, they are pouring some volleys in finally. Come on. Pour it into them. You're barely even firing. What is this?
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Okay, so... yeah. Sardinia has cleaned up the French over here. So now they are going to start marching over to reinforce their ally. Cavalry still repeatedly charging these guys that can form square. Not going to probably work out very well, unfortunately. And I would say this is probably, unless France makes some decisive wins against the UK,
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
this is going to go very well for the coalition. Look at this artillery placement with cav and infantry. Coldstream guards. Yes. Coldstream guards guarding the artillery piece. These guys know how to fight. This is a 9-pounder artillery piece that his... oh, they're going to do some cav charges, trying to eliminate the guide's cheval, who were not paying attention, and now are going to get taken out. France has, what, 6 or 5 regiments facing off against 1 with artillery. But actually, it looks like maybe the UK are going to fall back. They don't like these odds right now. They just got to wait for their ally to show up. Now, I wonder how these guys are doing. So they are losing. They are losing against France. France has some really good line infantry that are going to start whittling them down. But they aren't wavering yet, guys. I mean, they have... Are these guys getting shot in the back? Oh, France is getting even closer. Artillery getting super... I would not be comfortable with the howitzers. Actually, oh, look at this. The UK just totally fell back. Totally falling back here. As the French are going to start pushing. These poor HRE... Oh, are they leaving their howitzers? I think that's a yes, guys. They are leaving their howitzers. Goodbye, you guys served well. Oh, nope, nope. Yeah, they're going to get charged, and I think they're not wanting to get outflanked. They're going to fall back to this river, use this town as a flank, and make the French... Although the French have the LOC, if I'm not mistaken. They have the LOC victory right now.
Our men are running, sir.
So if I was the French, I would sit easy. I would rest easy, being like, we got this. Yeah, they have... I mean, unless... Yeah, they have the LOC at this point. So, I'm not sure why they are Oh, what? Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. The French didn't see these spikes, and he ran his general to death, literally. Just ran him onto the spikes, and Sultan Louis II is gone. He just died. So the HRE are going to hold the line. They're making it so that they can't get overwhelmed. Spain and the HRE are going to push on this side here. France still has some cavalry. But this battle seems to be going very favorably for the coalition here. Oh, we got some cav now pushing over here for the French. What is this? Camels. So we got some camels here that are going to charge in and take on the UK. I hope they can form square. I hope they're going to form square. These camels are going to be super effective against cavalry, as cav do not do as well against camels. France making some solid pushes on this side. The UK... The UK fell across this river, but they left some of their men here. These Coldstream Guards, I hope, aren't being left out to hung out to dry, as it were. And that would be terrible. Oh, we got some French and Sardinia who are going to be fighting each other. Oh, boy. Alright, bayonet charge. So he's holding this LOC over here. But the real battle, oh my goodness, guys. Look at the slaughter. This would be called the Bloody Lane. The Bloody Lane. Look at this road.
Our men are running, sir.
Yes, yes. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get a picture of this. Alright, going back to reality. Let's go back and view this battle. So, HRE are getting bayonet charged. They don't even seem to care. Sardinia is just going to shoot in the back of the HRE as the HRE are breaking, so it's not going to matter. And France is doing an all-out, all-or-nothing. HRE doing some back charges. Excellent. We got some more French advancing, and they are going to have the daunting task now they've dealt with the guns and all, of trying to take this river. I would just sit on this side and just shoot. Uh-oh, Wellesley. Or John Lambert, get out of there. Lambert's gonna die, guys. You want to see your general get executed? Oh my goodness, France is going across this river. No, instead they're gonna sit in the river, which means they're gonna be slower at reloading. They are holding the river crossing. That's going to go very well for the UK. Yeah, as you can see, France is starting to lose. Over here, they're going against Spain again. That's going to be execution at close range. They're just going to shoot these guys as they're trying to ford the river. And, oh, we got some more French calves still in the back lines, but they're going to get broken. They still have some dragoons sitting back here, so Spain's going to have to watch out for them. The HRE got broken over here, but so did France. So there's a big gap that Sardinia is going to be able to exploit. The UK have totally broken the French advance. This river, as you can see, was a death trap for France. And now they're going to have to fall back. Like I said, they can hold this village, and they have LOC advantage right now. They should have maybe held that in the very beginning. Now, here we go. HRE back charging units that cannot form square. Spain pushing across here. And I would say that France is probably going to, fall back. They need to fall back. They got to hold for 25 minutes. And that's exactly what they're probably going to try to do. France has decided they're not going to try pushing across the river. They're going to sit back here and they're going to fire. In fact, if they fell back just a little bit more, the UK can't fire. They have a range of 65 over a range of 70. That can be, but I mean, they have to fall back anyway because Sardinia is just charging onto the flank here. And France is now going to fall back in reform.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Reform. We got some Cavs still trying to be an annoyance. Try to pick off as many Spanish troops as possible. This is where the turning point was, though, guys. I know I visited this once, but this Spanish fight, the Spain threw in everything and lost a lot, but that sacrifice was not in vain, as now France was defeated over there with Poland, and now France is going to have to start falling back here. Yeah, the UK are advancing, and France is going to hold. France is actually pretty strong on this side still. Their infantry are pretty strong. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to pour some volleys in. UK are going to advance. They're pretty strong still. What happened to all the flag bearers? Did they all die? I saw so many flags before. Now I see like 2. That is sad. Here we go, guys. Piedmont, or Sardinia. I think I'm just going to call them Sardinia. They are going in using the road to quickly do a bayonet charge and going to start breaking the French line one at a time. HRE in Spain pushing on France. And at this point, it is going to be... How long can they last? Oh, wow. Look at this general. One long spaghetti line. And now UK needs to keep pushing. Just keep pushing. We got some cavalry. No. Okay, we got some infantry getting... The Royal Sappers are going to charge whoever these guys are. And at this point, it's just a losing battle. France did so well for a while, doing some solid pushes. If their ally hadn't... gotten routed, this could have done better, but you know, the ifs, buts, and ors of any battle. I always find myself doing that after a battle, you know, like what if I had done this instead, kind of thing. So it looks like France is going to make a final stand at the house. This French army, Sardinia, is just going to cut off any retreat, and they're going to have to make a final stand right next to the river. If they try going across the river, they're just going to get shot as they're moving. Here we go. That is going to hurt. No, they are going to go across the river. Sacrificing maybe one unit. And, oh my goodness. Yeah, so Sardinia is going to try pushing across as well at the same time, forcing them not to be able to hold the river crossing, because that you could be broken on the river crossing. So the UK need to be a little more aggressive, I would say. I mean, they're sitting back, they're not even firing anymore. Over here, HRE now just nipping at the heels of these 4 poor French units. These poor guys, they're just trying to get away at this point. I mean, they have nothing else to really, you know, do. They're like, well, let's go back to France, boys. As this is, I believe, a Polish map. So, yeah, they're in Poland. France has managed to get across the river, actually. They still have some calves, some hussars. And they are, yeah, they're falling back across the river. Sardinia is pushing across the river as well on the flank, as they know France can't just move over to support that. HRE pushing across right here, making sure these 2 French cannot reunite together, as you do not want that to happen. These guys can't form square. I think these hussars are eyeing that. You picture being these guys and they're like, hey, look, infantry right there. Quite literally right there. And I can tell just by knowing somehow these guys can't form square. In reality, they never knew who could and couldn't form square. Is that why they just did cav charges and just hoped? Was it a gamble? You know? Question of the day. Reply in the comments. What do you think? Anyway, HRE pushed across. Sardinia pushing across. UK finally getting the move on. I'm going to fast forward here, as I think this is just a retreating fight at this point. I think France is going to hold at this house. I think this French player was hoping to be able to swing over, but HRE kind of making that difficult for them. We have some artillery now, who are going to get charged by a general. Oh, they're lagged up on. Interesting. Well, hey, a general got some kills. What do you know? Yeah, so France is going to try to make a hole, but here come the UK. I think this is their final stand. I hope. At a certain point, I will just make a final stand. If you know the battle's lost, you know the battle's lost. You know, why prolong the inevitable? You can play more games. You can play more games if you finish the battle sooner, especially if you've lost. Now, France does have a lot of cav here, but the UK in Sardinia is so strong, I don't think it's going to matter. Yeah, I'm going to keep fast-forwarding, guys. If something cool happens, then I will start it again. Like I said, I hope this Cavs is going to try protecting the flank. Oh, here we got a Cav charge. These guys cannot form square, which is why they're probably charging them. Chop them to pieces. I think there's 6 of them that decided, or 7 of them that decided they were going to charge in. Oh my goodness, they are getting fimmed. Not epic at all. For those who don't know, fimming is fire while in melee, which you're in melee and they're still shooting them. Now, I'm not saying they did that on purpose, because I've realized that some of my units were firing while in melee. They just automatically will do it. You just have to put them in melee when that happens, so I'm sure they didn't mean to. So it looks like Spain's actually giving up on the French over here, and I'm just going to fast forward. I mean, it's the end, right? You guys don't want to see this in real time. You know, you want to see it's ended too. It's like a mercy killing. You just gotta finish them off. I mean, the French really tried on this side, but they went up against basically everybody. Shoot, UK can do a couple volleys and do some bayonet charges, cause a mass rout. You know? I think that's what they're gonna do. I hope. This is gonna hurt. Yeah. So, like I said, it's I love this map. This French player just needs to go and commit to fighting. I mean, this is take forever. This French player just got surrounded. You know, he eventually just stopped and fought, which, like I said, I can respect that. Because he could have dragged this on forever. He could have gone to an LOC and held on and probably inflicted a lot more losses to the Allies. But, you know, it's... Like I said before, I'm repeating myself now, but why make it drag on? When it's very obvious that you lost the battle or your allies lost it, which means you lost it, you know. Either way. So, wow, these guys can form square? There's only 24 of them. So now Sardinia is going to surround the French. I'm just going to fast forward, maybe skip to see if it has some cool ending. But I don't think it's going to. In real life, in a situation like this, you'd want to put up such a fight that they would not want to lose anymore. They'd be like, you know what? To let you guys surrender and march away versus attacking you guys, it's better to let you just march away because we're going to lose so many troops. So that's kind of the situation I think you should have. I think that they should have an NTW3 to where you'd be like, okay, I would do a tactical retreat, and if you can get to the edge of the map, it's over. Of course, you can't just actually do that because then, you know, it's truly over. Once the time runs out. But to be able to do like what's called a tactical retreat, if you retreat your army to that, you're conceding the battle, obviously. You're like, okay, I lost. But you're doing it in style, and you get points for getting your majority of the rest of your army out. The UK have so much left. That's crazy. They were just a support faction. They didn't do as much support. They did more supporting than they did anything else. So, oh, there's one left. Now, this is what I kind of like about this. Look at this. This is realistic. They're shooting at them as they're walking in. If that's not realistic, I don't know what is. that drummer boy do to you? Or drummer guy, I guess. So yeah, they're gonna try to take this house from some Garde de Paris, a very elite unit. Maybe the UK could go in. They haven't done anything, you know? Send in the Coldstream Guards. They have them. Send in the Scottish Volunteers. They volunteer. Now, they're just going to shoot it to pieces. There we go. Yes! The Scots. This is what you need, guys. The Royal Scots. Coldstream Guard as well. Yes. Oh, wait. These aren't even the UK. Are they? Wait, is that the UK? Anyway, the Coldstream Guards, I hope, are going in to even the odds here. Got some units now rushing in, doing a bayonet charge, but they are probably going to lose here. But someone has to be sacrificed. Coldstream Guards are going to...
Our men are running, sir.
Coldstream Guards are going to clean this up, guys. They're going to rush into the houses and just... Oh, they get in charge on 2 fronts. Nice. Yeah, they took it. Alright, now we can end the battle, right? I swear, France has another... Okay, there we go. This one was sent in by Implex, who was HRE. Losses, kills... Yeah, I think English Dino, he was a support faction. Let's see here. HRE didn't get a ton of kills, actually. They just mainly were a tank. Although Gringo, my goodness, Gringo took the massive losses, but, you know, he did what he needed to help win. And, yeah, good game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did, obviously. Stick around for more. And thank you guys so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. It helps to grow this channel, and it's encouraging to see people enjoying the content that I am producing. So you guys stay safe, have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in another video.